most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
We
Bob.
need affirmation, Brad, for
affirmation,
that. Yeah.
exactly.
Today we're going to talk about swollen ankle sprain, how to stop pain, swelling in 3 steps. Common thing, ankle sprains are very common.
Right.
So we're going to tell you the first things you're going to do when it first happens.
Right. We've covered this before, but we don't have a video specifically for this or with a title that specifically draws people
For
to
swelling
it.
especially.
Right.
All right, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, you want to go to our website, bobandbrad.com. Go to the giveaway section because we're always giving something away.
That's right.
We're giving away a beauty this week. We'll tell you what it is in a second. You can also find it on Facebook, Bob and Brad. It'll be pinned to the top of the page. If you want a short version of us, go to Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, and we'll find 60 seconds of us a day. The giveaway, Brad, is a Sleepovation mattress.
Yes.
And also, they're giving away some pillows. So they're Sleepovation pillows. This pillow actually has springs in it, but you don't feel them.
Right.
It's kind of a miracle.
Yeah, they really do an amazing job of how they manufacture them.
Yeah, no down, no none of that foam, that warm foam.
Right. Yep.
So
exactly.
All right, let's go to work, Brad.
Okay, so the reason that really I got this video going, because a friend of mine actually lives out in California. I get a picture and he's got this ankle swollen up. He's not an athlete or, does these kind of things. He did, I guess, walking over a curb or something, just one of those everyday incidences. And he shows me a picture of this ankle. It's all swollen up, looks like a small football. And the other side, look at right to left, it's like, that baby's swollen.
Sure.
So I'm texting information. It's like, I just got to get a video for this young man so that everything is clear.
Sure.
So this is how it works. If you got this swollen ankle, it's painful. First thing you need to know, if there's any question if it's fractured, you should see a doctor.
We actually did a video on this, Brad. I don't know if you recall. We did a video on how to tell whether or not there may be a fracture in it.
Sure.
And there's just again, type in Bob and Brad under search,
right,
and put ankle sprain, or is it a fracture, or see your doctor, or something like that.
You just came up with this now.
Well, you didn't tell me that you were going to do this, so I didn't know.
Well, either way, they, if there's any question,
yeah,
see a doctor, get an X-ray, and confirm it.
Well, one of the things I remember is if you can't weight bear on it, if it starts to hurt, then you probably should go in.
You really should, absolutely. Regardless, in regards to the swelling, you got to get the swelling under control. So immediately, you need to get a cold pack.
Yeah.
You need to get a cold pack that it works best, the one that you can wrap around. You can buy them, like this one is from I Relieve. They make a nice cold pack. You can make them. They work really well too.
Sure.
You Bob and Brad, how to make your own cold pack. We show you how to make that with a little water, rubbing alcohol, and
yeah, this is going to be the case no matter if you have a sprain or a fracture, whatever. You got to get the swelling under control.
So
because the swelling, it does help it heal, but it goes out of control.
Right.
So we got to get it back in under control.
All right. And this is out of control.
Yeah, it is.
It was Silas. That's his name. So here, why don't you move, Bob?
Oh, sure.
So when you cold pack, you want to elevate the body part higher than the heart. So the best way to do that, probably with this, is lay down, get some pillows out, and put the cold pack around.
It's going to feel good too.
Yeah, it typically feels good. 15 minutes. I just was looking at the recent research on that, and they're saying 15 minutes is all you need for a cold pack. And then take it off, and then in a couple more hours, if you can afford it around your work schedule, put it on again and do that throughout the day. If you're busy and you cannot do that, you should wrap the ankle so that there's some compression on it so that the swelling, it doesn't continue to blow up. Because usually when you put this on and elevate it, you take it off and you say, wow, it looks a lot better. We want to maintain that by wrapping it. Bob's going to show how to wrap an ankle. You need some Ace wrap you can get at the
hardware store, at the drugstore.
Yeah, there you go.
Boy, these are not letting go.
Yeah.
There we go.
We have 6-inch.
Yeah, this is too big.
Yeah, you should get the 3 or the 4-inch wide. But Bob will be able to show you the concept. Leave it on. Don't worry about it, Bob.
Well, wow. Why is this grabbing? There we go.
He's
Okay.
dealing with the steel clips.
All right. What we're going to do is, because we're trying to help push the swelling back up into the body, I am going to start one, layer basically right here.
Around the forefoot.
Around the forefoot. Yep. Because, again, the fluid has to go pushed up into the body where they process it, and then you can pee it out. You're normally going to use a lot smaller wrap than this. This is, what is this, Brad?
I think that's 6 inch.
It's probably 6 inch
wide.
Probably half of this, or you want a thinner wrap because it's going to be a lot easier to go around your ankle.
3 inch or 4 inch will probably be adequate.
So we got some clips that hold on to this to help hold it together once we put it on. Start with the wrap. So you got the roll here, you got the flat part here. I'm going to go on top of the foot. What we're trying to do is we're trying to push the fluid up into the body. So we're going to start on the most distal part, most farther part away from the body. And I'm going to wrap around like this. I'm going to go around twice.
Leave the toes exposed.
Yep, leaves the toes exposed. And now this is where I go up and around and do a figure 8. But this is where the magic happens a little bit, because people tend to sprain their ankle this way.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I can give a little tug, which pushes the foot out that way. So that it's actually putting the foot in the right spot, and it's pushing the fluid out of there at the same time. So now I can go ahead and wrap. And again, this wrap is too big for him, so it's going to leave a lot of kind of ears, little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing you want to think about it is really critical is when you wrap it, it's a little bit tighter around the forefoot. And as you come up the leg,
you go looser.
You don't pull so tight.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it can create a tourniquet issue and then cause it actually get worse.
Yeah. The worst thing you would do is to have it loose here and tight here, and it'll push the fluid back into the foot.
Right.
So you want it tight here, looser here. Right. And then when this is in place, you can use the clips to help hold it in place.
Yeah. If you don't have clips, use some tape. That works too. And when Bob says tight down here, don't pull on it real tight. It's just snug at the most.
Yeah, if you're starting to get tingling, or if
your toes are turning red, you've got it way too tight.
Turning blue, one of the two.
Right.
It's way too tight.
Okay, so then you can wear that throughout the day. Now, if you have this on, and when you put weight on it, it's uncomfortable and painful. You need to use something like a crutch, a cane,
want me to grab one
or
for
a
you,
walker.
Brad?
Sure, we've got them all over here. It depends on your level of capability. Now, in Silas's case, he would probably do well with a crutch. A cane might be helpful, but a lot of people in their 20s and 30s don't want to
run around with a cane.
But a crutch is pretty cool. So, make sure actually you're going to use it. You can use 2 of them, and then you swing through. If you just want one, if it does tolerate some and you want to just unweight it partially, use the crutch opposite the ankle sprain. So right ankle, left arm, and then you're going to walk like this so that you take the weight through the crutch and the injured foot at the same time. And you'll be amazed at how much that helps. Not like this. This is not going to work so well. People think it will, but it doesn't. You have to trust me and just try that out. Or if it's not too bad and you just need to unweight it a little bit, a cane will work good. Again, opposite the foot. Depending on your age and your capabilities, usually this is more for an older person and they're going to just use a walker. And
it's really easy to keep the weight off of it if you use a walker, for one thing. I mean, because you can really lean on a walker.
Right. And they're stable.
So, you can keep the foot up even.
Right. If you're completely not, if it's that sore, you can.
If it's that sore, right. If you're non-weight bearing, basically.
So make sure you be nice to it. Don't walk on it. If it's creating pain, particularly sharp pain, it's just going to stay swollen. And it's going to go 1 step forward and 2 steps back. No pun intended.
Yeah, one of the signs that it might be fractured too is if you actually get a lot of bruising or blood in the area.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Exactly.
And a lot of times, if you heard like a crack, that's a sign too. But do watch our other video. It actually works out pretty good. I just used it on a neighbor not too long ago. And it goes over all the guidelines of where to push and tell. And it's pretty darn accurate.
Right.
It was in his case. We nailed it. So, you're going to show a brace too.
Yeah. The next step is when it's not quite so swollen, but it's really nice. This type of brace really works well. They're air bladder on each side, and you just put it on like this, and they're all Velcro. Works quite well.
Yeah, it does a really good job of stabilizing it.
Yep.
And these are they fit a lot of sizes because they have a lot of latitude there.
Right.
You know, so
Yep.
and you can actually on some of these you can actually fill up the bladder with more air.
Right.
So it conforms to your ankle.
Right. You're not going to wear this if it hurts to walk on it. You're still going to be wrapped. But when you can start to put weight on it and you still want some support, these are ideal. I think they're one of my favorite ones. And patients are typically real happy with them.
Yeah, this isn't something I'd wear when going back to sports.
No.
No.
This is just there's still swelling.
Yeah.
Walking is just tolerated, but up and down stairs, you're not running or anything like that because that's too high a level.
Yeah,
So
it'll stop your ankle from turning, that's for sure.
Right.
And causing more problems.
it really makes people feel comfortable with
Yeah.
it. They feel protected. It does the compression. It really supports well. And then the other thing you're going to do is 3 times a day, take your ankle brace off or the wrap off, and you're going to do the ABCs. We want to keep that ankle from becoming stiff, as well as motion is going to help pump some fluid up as well. So I always tell my patients, pretend your big toe is a piece of chalk, and there's a chalkboard in front of you, and you're going to make the letter A, always capitals.
Capital letters.
So and you're using your imagination. You don't tape a piece of chalk to your toe, literally. So you make that A and cross it, and then make the B, and you make as big as you can. If you've got a lot of sharp pain with this, it's too early, but usually this is tolerated well. Just don't move it as much. So the motion is going to help the stiffness, the swelling.
Right.
And if you maybe only get up to D or E the first day because it's tired, it's starting to hurt. But then you can come back later on a few hours.
You can give it a break, go right back to it, and see what it can tolerate.
Right.
But it's good like you said, knock the fluid out of there too, help pump it out of there.
And then you can see, if you're at the E and the next day you can get up to the letter M, it's pretty easy way to keep track of your progress.
Yep.
And once you get past that point, you need more aggressive exercises. We do have a number of videos for how to get yourself going so you can get back to stairs. And
how to rehab.
Get back into the sport if you're into sport, or just walking your daily life and walking around to get to work, etc.
Good luck, Silas.
Yeah.
Silas? Is that
Silas.
Right? Okay.
Yes, he's a fine young man.
All right, Silas. Good luck to you.